Hey guys, hope you're having a great day so far. I'm in the grocery store again and I wanted to share a few tips for spaghetti night. I mean, most of us probably use that in our, maybe not weekly, but maybe every other week rotation because most people like spaghetti. So I want to give you a couple of tips on how you can kind of healthy it up just a little bit. So I'm going to flip my camera around and show you what I got going on. All right, first let's talk pasta. This is maybe what you're used to. This is just a regular thin spaghetti. It's made out of semolina flour. Let's see, where's the ingredients here? There we go. Which does contain wheat, and it's got some other added, what they call that enriched, because they've added quote unquote nutrients, which is really not nutrients, but they've added things back into it because they've stripped all the nutrients out of the flour when they made it. This was, I think, on sale for $1, so pretty cheap there. Let me give you a couple of alternatives. I like, if you're not watching your gluten, this would be a good alternative, a whole wheat spaghetti. And honestly, when we transitioned from just a regular semolina pasta to a whole wheat pasta, my family really couldn't tell the difference. So this one is obviously organic, and you can buy some that aren't organic. Wheat, I mean. This one you can see it's got just organic whole wheat flour. That's a big thing. You want to look for whole wheat, and that way you know that all of the nutrients have not been stripped from it and had to be added back into it in sort of a artificial form. So this is a good choice. This one was $1.49. Oops, I upside down. So not a bad price for that. Now, if you want to step it up even a little bit more and you want gluten-free, this is one of my favorite brands. Jovial, I think is how you pronounce that. Anyway, it's gluten-free. It's a brown rice pasta. This one is going to be more expensive though. This one was not on sale this week and it was $3.99. But again, it's gluten-free. I can't find really any other options in Kroger, which is where I mainly shop. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, there's a brown rice and quinoa gluten-free pasta that's amazing. And I think it's around $2. It's not expensive at all. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the ingredients on this. So you can see, basically brown rice flour and water, and that is it. So this would be, again, another healthier choice. So that's kind of like three different levels. You could step it up to whole wheat first, and then maybe go to the gluten-free. Now, if you want to take it another step, gluten-free, you could just use spaghetti squash. This is a great sub for pasta. I typically I use this as my pasta, and then of course I top that with my regular spaghetti sauce. Now this one, they usually are, you may think this looks weird, and I have not actually had this variety before, so I'm actually excited to try it. It's kind of a bright orange color. They're usually kind of a pale yellow color, but you just roast them in the oven, and then they kind of, you use a fork to get them out. You cut it in half, and then you roast it. Use a fork to get out the inside, and it really looks like spaghetti. Okay, let's talk sauce now. So I've got a couple of examples here. Let's first look at this one. That's kind of like your traditional, most people are probably familiar with this brand, but let's look at the ingredients. The biggest thing you're looking for on spaghetti sauces is this sugar. You can see right there, there's added sugar in it. And that's how, okay, there we go, I think I'm back. That's how we get kind of addicted to these foods, is that they put hidden sugar in everything. So really watch out for the sugar. Now this one, the cost of this one was $2.49 was the cost of this one. Okay, so let's compare that with this right here. I love this brand. I buy their salsa as well. It's organic, roasted garlic. I like that flavor. But if you look at the ingredients, that's the most important thing. There is no added sugar at all in this. And the price comparison, this one's $2.69. So 20-cent difference, and you're getting a much better product. So I would encourage you to try this, switch over. It tastes amazing. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about with spaghetti. Who doesn't like some cheese on their spaghetti, right? Maybe this is the cheese that you're familiar with. Y'all, I cannot even eat this stuff anymore. It just does not taste good. Once you taste the real stuff, this does not taste good. My kids don't like it, but let's see what's in it. Okay, so Parmesan cheese. It's got some preservatives, some things we probably don't necessarily want or definitely don't need. So what I want to encourage you to replace this with is actually the real stuff. This right here. This is called Parmigiano Reggiano, and the way that you know that is it has this rind on it. And if you had the whole wheel of cheese, you would see it written on the rind. But let's turn it over and look here. Now, don't gasp at the price, okay? It is $7.56. You see here it says Parmigiano Reggiano is what that says. This will last a very, very long time. You just take your grater and you grate a little bit of it. You don't need very much. That's the nice thing about using a real product, a real cheese. It's very strong in flavor, so a little bit really goes a long way. So this will last you a very long time. My kids love this stuff. They will not even touch this right here anymore because this is what we eat. Now I want to give you another tip. If you do choose to buy this, don't throw away this end, or the rind, we like to call it, when you're done, because it flavors soups and stews amazingly well. It tastes so good. In fact, check this out, y'all. In fact, they started selling the rinds not too long ago. They started selling the rinds here in Kroger. Like, okay, so these cost $3.43. No need to buy that. Basically, what you would do is, once you get down to the end of this, I take all of my ends, throw them in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and use those whenever I'm making any kind of soup or stew. So I've just like stretched my dollar even more by using up the ends. Let's see, Donna says, how would you store the cheese after you shred? Great question. So I take it out of this, it's just like a little plastic wrap that it's on. I'll shred it, and then I'll just pop it right into a Ziploc bag and keep it in my refrigerator. And that's all you do. You just shred it right onto whatever you're eating, and y'all, it's so good. Let me turn my camera back around. Oh, one more thing. Sorry, before I turn back around, I wanted to show you. If you are dairy free, this is another great option to top. Anytime you would use cheese, nutritional yeast is an excellent cheese substitute. And I know it sounds weird. Before I tried it, I thought it was weird. I was like, this is not going to be good. It is so good. So I really don't eat a lot of dairy, and I choose to use this on most things. Like, I'll sprinkle this on my spaghetti sauce, and it tastes delicious. So that's something else you might want to think about trying. Okay, I hope that these tips were helpful. Make some spaghetti. Next time you make spaghetti, try some of these products out to kind of make the switch, make kind of the natural shift, so to speak, and you'll see really big results because you're getting rid of some of those chemicals and toxins in your diet that lead to health issues. Now, with your spaghetti, have like just a nice crunchy salad with you know, some tasty dressing, and you're good to go. I hope this was helpful, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.